Hello children, today's class our topic is very interesting. See, what is the topic? We are going to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Now this may surprise you. If I ask you what kind of number is root 2, you will say obviously it is an irrational number. If I ask you why, then you will say its decimal representation is neither terminating nor recurring. Or some of you, quite a few of you may also say, miss, we cannot write root 2 into the form of p upon q, right, where p and q are integers, q is not equal to 0, etc. But here we have to prove that root 2 is not rational, that is irrational. Interesting, no? So let us see how can we prove it. We are going to see, it's known to us that it is irrational, but since we have to prove it, so one very general method in mathematics we use that is the contradiction method. What is contradiction method? Which is very obvious. That thing if we have to prove, then what we do, we just imagine the opposite of that which is not true. For example, if I have to prove that root 2 is irrational, okay, then I shall assume that root 2 is not irrational. Okay, let us assume root 2 is not irrational, that is root 2 is a rational number. Did you understand? I want to prove. Now I shall proceed, and finally let us see how we conclude that we have to understand that our assumption is wrong or how. So first thing, I have assumed the root 2 is a rational number. Okay, so if root 2 is a rational number, I can write root 2 is equal to p upon q. Are you getting, children? Because every rational number can be expressed into the form of p upon q, where what are the conditions? P and q is a fractional form, so they do not have any common factor. Remember this, do not have any common factor. That is the first thing. And secondly, what you know, the denominator of any fraction cannot be 0, so q also cannot be 0. This is simple. Everybody has understood what we are doing. We are going to prove root 2 is irrational. We are using contradiction method, so we have assumed that okay, it is not irrational. So if it is not irrational, it is rational. If it is rational, it can be expressed into the form p upon q. I repeat, p, q do not have any common factors and q is not equal to 0. Okay, now let us proceed. I will square both sides. So on squaring both sides, what we will get? On squaring both sides, you get root 2 square will be what? 2 is equal to p square upon q square. Simple. Therefore, by cross multiplication, you get 2q square is equal to p square. This is understood. Now, look at p. P square is equal to 2 times q square. So, you know that any number which is that means 2q square. This answer is the multiple of 2, right? And any multiple of 2 is what? An even number. Getting? So p square is an even number. Okay. Now if p square is an even number, p will also be an even number. Okay. Here what did you get? P square is even. If p square is even, therefore p is also an even number. I hope everybody is clear till this. Let me mark it as statement 1. From this, simply assuming this and squaring both sides, I have obtained here p is an even number. Why? because p square is even number. Why p square is even number? Because clearly 2q square will be definitely whatever is the value of q square here or q here. Since it is getting multiplied by 2, the result will be definitely an even number. Keep it aside now. Since p is an even number, so I will take p as p is equal to say 2x, right? Where x is what? Any natural number. I have to only take that p should be an even number, so it should be the multiple of 2. So for some value of x which is a natural number, p will be 2x. Okay. Now this p's value I will substitute in our above expression. So what do I get here? 2q square, replace p by 2x. So p square will be 2x square. Simplify this, you will get 2q square is equal to 4x square, right? Therefore q square, if I am finding, what I will get? 4x square upon 2. So what do I get here? Q square is equal to 2x square, right? Now q square is equal to 2x square means what? Q square is what kind of number again? It is an even number. Okay. This gives you q square is even. Same logic I have explained you. If q square is even, that means q is also an even number, right? Let's mark it as statement 2. Now what statement 1 is telling? P is an even number. What statement 2 is telling? Q is an even number. Okay. And q, both if are even numbers, that means they have got one common factor, that is 2. Yes or no? That means P and Q. Here we have to write from statement 1 and 2. From statement 1 and 2, P and Q, since both are even, have a common factor. Both are even means at least one common factor they will have, no? That is 2. Both have a common factor. So what was our assumption? Initially what we have assumed that P and Q will not have any common factor, whereas they do have the common factor here. That means our what we have supposed, that is wrong. Yeah, that means our assumption is wrong. What was our assumption? That root 2 is a rational number. Hence, by contradiction method, why it is a contradiction? No? What is the contradiction? That we are assuming that P and Q do not have any common factor, whereas we end up with that they both have a common factor because both are even. So this contradiction is taking place. Why? Because our basic assumption only was wrong. What was the assumption? That under root 2 is a rational number and it can be written as P upon Q. That means it is wrong, and so root 2 is an irrational number. It is proved. I hope it is clear to you. In the very simple way I have tried to explain. Hope you all have understood. Same way you can try for root 3 and root 4. This is the part newly being added to your syllabus by the council. Okay. Thank you.